Well, greetings, music lovers. Roger Bowie here. It's a rap with Roger. I'm part of the music.net.nz network. And look, it's the Red Earth girl from Papakura, Kendall Elise. How you doing, Kendall?
Well, I'm doing good, Roger. How about you?
I'm good. Now,
good.
New album out Friday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, it's pretty exciting.
And the unforgiving reality of on again, off again touring.
Yeah.
What a mess. What do you reckon? What's going on? Any ideas?
Just some postponements and whatnot. Everything on Zoom. But it seems to be we seem to adjust pretty well. Like I've managed to do quite a few interviews and bits and pieces here to promote the record still, even despite not being able to go and do it in person. So yeah. So you just got to move with the changes, really.
You do. You do. Hey, look, I'm loving the new album.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
My review's already in the can, so it can't be touched. So I thought it might be good to get a second opinion. Is this a good album, or or am I being delusional? Is it a really good album? What do you think?
Oh, you're asking me for my opinion. I'm supposed to say that it's awesome. Yeah.
I'm going to come to the creator and get it from the creator's mouth.
Yeah. Well, I'm really happy with it. I think it's a really cool representation of where I was at the time of writing and a lot of the things that I learned about when I was trying to do the production and everything like that. So yeah, I think it's great. A great snapshot of that time, and it's also been quite, some of the themes and stuff have still maintained relevance even though I did record it like a year ago. So I think I'm glad that you enjoy it. It's awesome.
So yeah, it takes a long time from recording to production, of course, but when did the writing start?
That started in around 2019.
Yeah.
So but even then, the first song that was the first song that I wrote, and I was actually initially going to call the record Something's Gotta Give, which was that first song. Yes. That one was based on how I was feeling really overwhelmed with things like, at that time the Christchurch attack had happened. There was quite a lot of things happening in my personal life that were pretty upsetting and stressful, even just working full-time and trying to do a music career. So all of that came up into Something's Gotta Give, which is funny because it wasn't even 2020 yet. So yeah, so I was feeling extremely overwhelmed. It's almost like it was a prediction of how much more overwhelming things could get.
I make mention of that song and how I'm pleased that something did give. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about anything today, would we?
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, pretty much.
And it's the way of the world, but I don't, this digital age where I have to listen to a record without holding anything, no albums, no lyric sheets, no details of who plays what, unfortunately. But is it the same band on the record? Tell me about the recording and the players. And is it still the Belgraves?
It is, yep, it's the Belgraves. We've got our newest member as well who was able to be with us on this recording, which is pretty cool. That's Kevin Place. So we also had an honorary Belgrave, Dominic Blaza, who was on organs and pianos. So the process, we recorded at Roundhead again.
Yes.
Yeah, this time it was in the Brick Room.
Did you get to use the Hammond organ?
Yes.
I thought I sounded
on a few tracks, yeah.
But I could hear the Hammond.
Yeah, definitely. There's some Hammond and I Want, and we also put some of it into Something's Gotta Give, and there's also Hammond on You Gotta Be a Little Mad. Yeah. So yeah, so that's fun. I knew Dom would get pretty excited about getting to record and play at Roundhead again.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
But that's a theme of current life, isn't it? You got to be a little mad.
Yeah, pretty much. And both ways as well. You got to be a little mad because everyone's a little bit mad in their own way, but you've also got to be angry, don't you?
Well, that's right. And because I listen to the record, there's a little bit of heartache, there's a little bit of fun, there's a little bit of what the fuck, a little bit of resignation, there's a little bit of hope. There's a little bit of everything. There's even a little bit of philosophy. I mean, is this a sort of a deliberate worldview, or is there more of a personal catharsis in this?
I think it's sort of a real personal journey, just that has come through in the songs. But I feel like a lot of people will relate to a lot of the things that I talk about as well. They center around really specific situations and events that I've experienced, but I feel like they're quite universal as well, like things about trying to come to terms with grief, or even just like a playful loving relationship, or how you have to be a little bit mad. So even like just coming to terms with, like I said, like grief and a specific situation, which was where I accidentally went on a detour and ended up visiting my father's grave, and just the feelings and emotions that come along with that. So so it is very personal, but I feel it's also really universal, and a lot of people can relate to those sort of things.
You never knew your father, right?
No, he passed away before I was born.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that he still has, even though he'll only ever exist as this two-dimensional sort of figure to me, he's still got quite a lot of influence over how I look at things, and how I attack things, how I like. One thing that I learned from him dying so young is that you've got to have courage. You can't be afraid, really, to do what you want to do. So that's part of the things, one of the things that comes through in the record.
It's a sad thing, but I mean, that's given you a perspective on life which is rare and not unique, I'm sure, but quite rare. Yes. What's your favorite song on the album?
I Want.
Yes.
Yeah, my favorite. Yeah, it's the one that came together the most. It was the tidiest, I guess, that it came together like about a week before the studio, and I taught it to the boys, and when we got into the studio, everyone just knew what they were supposed to play and how it was going to sound, and it was one of the ones that when I was doing the final mixes and the post-production as well, it didn't need much really at all.
Just a little bit of John Segovia magic on guitar.
Yes. Yes, pretty much. He definitely lifts the ending to that level that I wanted to take it to, which is awesome. Yeah. That and the Hammond. Yeah,
I got that piece. I got that track into my radio show last weekend.
Awesome.
Because I was allowed to. It had already been released.
Yes.
Yep. But I like the little trio of songs that the two that actually sandwich between Hello and Goodbye, which of course I saw in Gore.
Yes.
Just a couple of little short songs that are magic,
cool.
Who Kissed Who, and I guess my favorite's A Kingdom, but I'm is that a trilogy? It's kind of like, it kind of works as a trilogy. Was it designed as a trilogy?
Yeah, so the order is Who Kissed Who, Between Hello and Goodbye, and then A Kingdom. Is that what you mean?
That's correct.
Those three.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't really intentional. No, that's just the way the songs came out. And then coming up with the order on the record, I more considered that in terms of how it would sound on a record, on actual vinyl, because you have to have the two sides. So Who Kissed Who is like the end of the first side, and then Between Hello and Goodbye starts off the next side. So it didn't really turn out to be a trio, but the way that they fit together is quite nice.
Well, yes, it's my freedom and my privilege once you've created this to interpret it, you see. And,
yes, completely. Yeah, completely. No, I love that, and that's what I hope that people can get from the record. I hope that people will be able to listen to it and take something away for themselves from it.
Absolutely. Now, can I take it you were a Suzi Quatro fan way back?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, for sure. It's not something I've never ever been a really intense fan, and I probably only really started or knew of her or started really listening to her when I joined my one of the last bands I was in, which is the Situations.
Right.
And at one point they actually were called Devilgate Drive. That was one of their names. So that was probably one of my first introductions to her. But when I played with them, I used to sing this Tina Turner song that just used to tear the house down. And it was when I started this band, I wanted to have my own version of a song that would tear the house down. And Susie Quattro was the perfect person that I went to. And when I heard Your Mum Won't Like Me, that was that I knew that was the song that I wanted to just play live and have fun with.
I know. I remember it being a very pleasant surprise 2 years ago at the Wine Cellar.
Oh, cool. Yes, yeah. We can definitely get into the rock when we want to.
And maybe,
I'm lucky I've got a good versatile band.
Maybe we'll hear some Tina Turner on the live show coming up.
Maybe. I did kind of put that song to bed just because it was definitely a situation song that we would play, and that was one of our signature ones. So yeah.
What can we expect from the live show?
Wow, because the album's quite varied, there's a lot of different styles on there. There'll be a few intimate moments, hopefully that make you feel a little bit emotional. There's going to be some rip roarers, like the single that's coming out on Friday, the Focus single, which is You Gotta Be a Little Mad. That's got a lot of drive to it, and that's a fun one to play live. So yeah, so there's a real mishmash. There'll be some emotional tracks, and there'll be some ones that'll be fun. So yeah, pretty a little bit of everything.
and you'll pull some from Red Earth.
Yeah, hey, yeah, for sure. Because
this is not the new album, folks, but this is the one you're going to go and buy when you hear the new one, because you want to go back to the back catalogue. So buy this one too. Buy two. I'm sure there'll be 2 for 1 there.
There is a package deal on the Bandcamp. Yeah. So it's a bit of a shame I can't post anything out really until levels drop. So I've got all these records waiting to go to new homes, and they'll get there.
Okay. Well, I'll hopefully I can pick one up at the show.
Yes.
When the show happens. Okay,
Yes.
folks. Kendall Elise's new album, Let the Night In, is out tomorrow, Friday, August 27th. I guess on all platforms?
Yeah, on all platforms. And you can buy physical copies as well from Bandcamp, and Flying Out.
And on vinyl.
Vinyl, yes, limited edition purple coloured vinyl, and with album artwork by Kristen Kofa from San Francisco. We did a virtual photo shoot for that, which was cool. Really cool. Yeah, so that's also another bit of a lockdown snapshot, isn't it? It's a very lockdown album.
Yeah, but even in lockdown, you can reach out to the world. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. All right, well, check it out, everybody. It's a wee beauty. It's really good. Check out the tour dates and go see it played live. And on that note, I guess I can call it a wrap.
Thanks so much, Roger.
Thank you, Kendall. Thanks for your time.
No worries.
And best of luck and congratulations on a fine record.
Yay.